Oh look, they made an entrance just for me. Okay, so I'm going to show you, hopefully, the white hardboard that I use for sublimation. I'm at Lowe's, and they have pretty much two kinds that work. And let's see if they have it in stock, or if this is going to be a really short video. Okay, so starting off with what not to use. 907231, white and black. This stuff cuts really good, especially if you have a glow forge. It's white, it's black, it's very nice. It does not sublimate. So for sublimation, don't get that one. Instead, oops, let me find it. Oh, somebody turned it upside down. One sec. Okay, so there's a bunch of fail at the moment. What I'll do is I'll show you what the tag is, and then I'll show you what the product is when I get home, because I have it. This is the logo, the label for the smaller piece of white hardboard. It works really good. It's got a more of a cream colored surface than bright white, but the surface is really sparkly if you shine a light on it or something. That subs really good. But it's only 32 by 48 and it's 15 bucks. They have a $20 version, but the surface is a little bit more bright white, but it also has more of a like a skin texture. I mean, it's micro texture, but you can see it. And that one can give you some white spots where like the coating is missing or something. So let me see if they have that big one here. Okay, so they do have the bigger one. They just moved it and put it lower. So this one is basically the same product. It's a better value, but let's see the surface. Okay. So you see that kind of orange peel? This is a good value, but it's kind of a gamble because oftentimes you'll get little specks that didn't sublimate. And they're actually, it's not your paper sticking to the material. It's actually little dimples. Where you're basically, there's no white coating right there, and you're seeing this. This is the back of both. It's a smooth brown, nice. Here's the label. Now, the other day in Tucson, they had this size with a completely different label, and I'll show you guys that later in the video. It was that texture, but this size for 20 bucks, and it was awesome. But I didn't have my saw with me, and their panel saw didn't work, so that had to stay there. And I had to get $30 for two of the smaller ones. Okay, so we'll continue back at the house where I'll show you up close and personal the materials. While I'm at Lowe's, I want to point out that instead of butcher paper, this is the stuff I use on my heat presses. It's not this thin one, it's this thicker one. It's 20 bucks, 36 inches by 100 feet. I'll get two sections across. I have a 15 by 15 heat press, and I can get two wide out of that, and this stuff lasts me forever. I still have a ton of it left for 20 bucks, and it's way better than butcher paper. I'm not gonna have to worry about stuff getting on my press because my press pad's already all jacked up from the past. But this stuff, heavy duty contractor's paper, really good stuff for keeping your heat press clean. Okay, so we're home. Here is the $15 one. Here's the surface on that. It is shiny. See if you can see the sparkleness of that. There we go. So super sparkly, super shiny. The $15 version. 32 by 48. This one is what you get in the 4 by 8 sheet usually. And so you can see the texture difference. So the thing is, this subs, and it subs just as good as the other. However, it can do this. So those little white things, those are they're a pit. You can actually put your fingernail in there, scratch, and you can feel your finger going down into those little pits. So they're not something that you can clean up. Your best case, if you have something like that, is to use a marker and try to mark, cover that up. But you usually have just a slightly off color green or something. It's noticeable is the point. So, that said, I bought a new pack, 2 new sheets of the 32 by 48 that look like this and are super shiny. But I got a couple dots and I don't know what's going on. But I would say 95% of the time, this stuff is really what you want. And then an outlier is last weekend up in Tucson, I found a 4 by 8 sheet that looked like this. But their panel saw was down and I didn't have a saw with me, and I was in my wife's Kia Soul. So I could not bring that sheet home. But my sister-in-law is bringing me 3 sheets of it next week. So let me get you some barcodes. So here is a piece of the sparkly. And this is the code for it. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay. So this is the $15 one. 1/8" wainscot. Back is really nice and smooth on both of them. But this is the barcode of the one that works good. Okay. And this is the barcode of the one that I found in Tucson that was a 4 by 8 for $20, but with the super sparkly shiny top. Now I haven't used that, but I anticipate it works like the smaller $15 sheet, but just based off the surface. So I believe the other 4 by 8 says the same thing as far as UPC on the back. So you can't go by that. In fact, if you look at Lowe's and you look up the item, like this barcode here, this label, is the same at Lowe's, whether you're looking at the 4 by 8 Yucatex or the regular 4 by 8. So you can't look online and see if they have it, because my store says they have 40 sheets of that super shiny, and it's not. It's the dull. So really, if you're just starting out and you don't want to chance it, I would go with the $15 32 by 48. I have not seen that in the store with a non-shiny, sparkly surface. So that should be a very safe bet for you. And then finally, the surface is kind of a semi-gloss when you're done subbing it. But I typically coat it in either triple thick glaze or clear lacquer for that finish. Super glossy, super shiny. So that's just a preference. For this one, I actually hit it with clear matte. So I hope that helps everybody know how to sublimate on Lowe's white hardboard. This is Paisley Craft signing out.